Hello everyone, Mini Joda here and welcome. I hope you're all having a great day. Today I would like to talk about Pokemon X and Y. This is, as you know, a new entry in the series. It came out about a month ago and I have been playing it since then. Now that I have been given a chance to kind of get a good grasp for the game, I decided to bring you guys some information pertinent to the 3 starter Pokemon of this generation. As with any other Pokemon game in the series, you get to choose between 3 starters at the very beginning. This choice will more than likely reflect the way the rest of your team will shape up, so I feel it's important to talk about these early game choices. For those that are starting out, I hope you find this information useful. Hopefully this will help you get a better idea of which Pokemon suits your playstyle better, and also what advantages and disadvantages you will have depending on your choice. For the rest of you, I hope you enjoyed this video nonetheless, and with that, let's start with your first choice, the Grass-type Pokemon Chespin. Chespin is a Grass-type Pokemon, which makes it super effective against Pokemon that are Water, Rock, or Ground-type. It evolves into Quilladin at level 16, and finally into Chestnut at level 36, after which it becomes a Grass and Fighting type. The Chespin line is focused on a high attack value, which makes good use of its physical moveset in the form of Vine Whip, which you start out with, which will later be upgraded to Needle Arm, Seed Bomb, and finally Wood Hammer. You also get Rollout, which is a rock-type move that is very effective against the many bug and flying types that you'll be encountering early on in your adventures. Chespin also has great defenses, as you can see from the chart, but pretty low speed. It can make good use of Leech Seed to drain enemies' health every turn, as well as its signature move Spiky Shield to block all damage from one turn. The idea behind Chespin is that you're going to set up with Leech Seed an alternate between defending with Spiky Shield and attacking in order to outstall your opponent instead of just killing them straight out. I think I'll go over everybody first and then I'll make my comparison between the 3 at the end. For now, let's move on to Fennekin, the Fire-type starter Pokemon, which has effectiveness against Grass, Bug, and Steel types, which is very useful for the early game. It evolves into Braixen at level 16 and then into Delphox at level 36, getting a dual type of Fire and Psychic. The Fennekin line is pretty much a complete contrast to the Chespin line in terms of stats, in the fact that they have high special attack and special defense as well as great speed, making it for a great damage dealer. It also gets great moves in the form of Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Psybeam, Psyshock, and Psychic. It also learns Will-O-Wisp and Light Screen if you want more of a supportive role. Its main role is to sweep, plain and simple. Very powerful throughout the entire game pretty much, although you can use it as a special defensive Pokemon, especially with the help of the signature move Mystical Fire, which it learns upon its final evolution. What this does is that it does some decent damage, but it also lowers the opponent's special attack. It's pretty versatile overall. And finally, we have Froakie, the Water-type Pokemon, which makes it effective against Fire, Rock, and Ground, which is unfortunate because they're not a particularly common type early on, unfortunately. It becomes Frogadier at level 16, and then it evolves into Greninja at level 36, after which it becomes a Water and Dark dual type. The Froakie line's strongest status is speed, making it the fastest among all the 3 starters. Also, from the chart, we can see that it has a pretty good offensive stats as well. Unfortunately, its HP and defensive stats are pretty bad, so make sure that you have something defensive to pair it up with. Its move pool is a bit shallow as well. It doesn't learn anything notable aside from Water Pulse until its final evolution, when it learns Water Shuriken. It's a move similar to Fury Swipes in that it can attack 2 to 5 times, however it is also a priority move just like Quick Attack, so that's what's good about it. Throughout the game, you may find yourself either relying on teaching it moves manually via the tutors, or by using your other Pokemon to kind of carry you through the early game. It does turn out pretty good in the end, but you do have to put effort into it. Okay, so I think that about covers all 3 starters. I did write an article with more detailed information on this, so feel free to check that out at republicofgeek.com for the full scoop if you want. I'll be putting a link in the description as well. But anyway, so comes the big question, right? Which starter should I choose? Well, that really depends on you. Chespin is pretty strong physically, and it also has great defenses, although it's a bit slow. If you like to have that kind of Pokemon, then Chespin is most likely the right choice for you. Then we have Fennekin, who is also pretty powerful, very effective throughout pretty much the entire game. If you happen to choose Fennekin, you'll pretty much sweep through everything. I promise you will have no troubles whatsoever. And finally Froakie, who is a good damage dealer, but it's pretty frail and it doesn't get any super effective moves against anything that you'll encounter early on. So he's hard to raise, hard to use, but kind of worth it in the long run if you push through. If I were to rank them, I would say Fennekin has the easiest time, followed by Chespin, who is in somewhat of a middle ground, and finally Furkey, who is the most difficult to raise and use effectively. Of course, you can always just make your choice based on aesthetics. I mean, I personally find Delphox to be horrifyingly disgusting. I mean, since when is ear here cute, seriously? And oh my god, and that cry, it literally brings chills down my spine every time I hear it, but, you know, that's just my thing. To each his own, I suppose. I mean, some people do like Fennekin, I personally don't, but that's up to you. That decision, you know, is ultimately yours to make, although I hope that you can take something out of this short video and maybe put it into consideration when choosing your starter, hopefully. And with that, I hope you enjoyed, so thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out my article in the description down below at republicofgeek.com, and as always, enjoy!